how difficult it is to survive in the post-apocalyptic world, in addition to dealing with zombies, but also to face the shortage of supplies. After 8 months of escape, Rick's team has been able to kill zombies skillfully. Even Carl can also stand alone. Killing zombies is not soft, and they face the biggest problem is the shortage of food. Daryl didn't even spare an owl. After a search, the few available supplies can only find 2 cans of dog food. The young face is full of determination. Pregnant Lori is close to delivery, but they still have not found a safe shelter. They intended to take a break here. Carl wanted to open the dog food to taste, but the adults did not say anything because they had lost track of how many times they were hungry. All faces were written with fatigue, but did not have time to rest well. The zombies outside had gathered over. They had no choice but to hurry to evacuate. The whole process without the slightest delay. They did not have too much to say to each other. On the one hand, because of the long fatigue of running around, do not want to talk. On the other hand, they have a very tacit understanding between. Before they left, they took all the weapons they could carry, then closed the car door and left quickly. It didn't take long for them to stop on a road. Rick let everyone take a 15-minute break in place, and Carl and Beth took up daily sentry duty. The crowd took out the map to study the new escape route. They went around and around for a long time, almost all the places around them, and not far from them there are still 2 zombie swarms, although only about 150 people zombie swarm, but still not now they can deal with. If they meet, then they can only abandon the area. Herschel reminded Rick, Lori can no longer so running, to find a safe place as soon as possible. Rest for a while, cannot let the child born on the road. Finally, Rick decided to head southwest, hoping to find a landing spot as soon as possible. Afterwards, Daryl wanted to take advantage of the break to go hunting in the woods with Rick. Maybe he could get some game. The two looked along the railroad, but here they saw a prison. This was their dream habitat. No place would be safer than here. Surrounded by a strong fence, high guard towers, and strong walls, Rick was overjoyed. They finally had no need to run around. Soon, the crowd came to the outside of the prison. Rick quickly cut an opening in the barbed wire fence, and everyone immediately drilled into it, to the inside aisle, and then used the wire to fix the gap. This road should be the only way in and out of prison. Inside is a square where prisoners move around, and the aisle is very safe without a zombie. Rick led the group to the prison entrance. He began to observe the situation inside. If you can close the door on the far side, you can first clear the square of zombies. But to close the door, someone must enter the square full of zombies. Glenn volunteered. He is the fastest here. Rick refused. He let the two and Beth attract the attention of the zombies behind the fence to kill the approaching zombies. Daryl to the right sentry tower. Carol in the vicinity of the shooting cover, Herschel and Carl on the left sentry tower to kill zombies, and the most dangerous thing Rick left to himself. After the distribution of tasks, we quickly began to perform. Glenn a few people struggling to attract the zombies, waiting for the zombies close to killing with the cold weapons in hand. With some of the zombies attracted and Rick ready, Lori opened the door and he felt his way in. In the team, Rick was able to convince everyone because, in addition to his calmness and commitment, he always put the team first. The zombies inside were attracted away, and Rick's pressure was also reduced. He walked and killed the zombies nearby. The people on the sentry tower were also desperately covering, and Herschel and Carl were also shooting wildly. Despite having been on the run for 8 months, there are few opportunities to practice shooting like this. Carol accidentally almost hit Rick's foot. The woman used to be timid, but now she can raise her gun and fight. Rick smoothly rushed to the iron door. He dropped the gun in his hand. While the zombies inside had not reacted, he kicked to open the nearest zombie, quickly closed the door, and locked the door with tools. After doing this, the zombies behind him surrounded him. Rick picked up the gun on the ground, solved the nearest 2 zombies, opened the door to kill the inside, and hid in the sentry tower. After that, all you have to do is to clear out the zombies in the square. All you have to do is to kill them from a distance, and in a short while, the zombies in the square were all cleared out, and the crowd looked a little excited. The months of repression were finally released. Since the fall of the farm, they finally have a safe haven again. Soon, nightfall, the crowd sat around the fire. The rack roasted owls. People are thinking about how to build the place afterwards. Good thing Herschel is the best at this. Only Rick is still constantly checking the fence, although it has been turned 3 times, but still uneasy, afraid that there will be missed places. Carol brought some food to Daryl on sentry duty. She was a little emotional. Rick has made her completely happy. He has brought the whole team up to now. which is everyone including Shane cannot do. Without him the team would have fallen apart. Afterwards Beth sang a song for the crowd, a song she hadn't sung since the death of her mother, a beautiful song that washed away the darkness and made people who had been on the run for so long feel a touch of warmth. After everyone finished eating, Rick let everyone rest early. Today he came to keep watch. Tomorrow there is a hard battle to fight. They won beautifully today. He knows everyone is tired, but they have to work a little more. Outside the square is not safe. Rick said, I observed that most of the zombies here are wearing prison uniforms, indicating that the place fell to the beginning, and the prison are infirmary and canteen, and even the armory. Our ammunition is now few left. Tomorrow we need to go inside and zombie close combat. Hearing this, we are worried. Rick reassured everyone we have been through so much together. The prison has the food, medicine, and weapons we need. There are stronger defenses, and we will win. Afterward, Lori finds Rick alone. She wants to talk to Rick and ease their relationship, but Lori had broken his heart after treating him like that before when Rick was at his worst. He still cares for Lori, but never like before. He can never forget the way Lori looked at him. Rick turned his head and told Lori to go to Herschel if she wanted to talk, and then walked away. The next morning, a few people opened the door inside. In the long-term cooperation, a few people have been very tacit understanding. They close together, respectively, killing the zombies in front of them, after killing quickly withdrawn to ensure that the back is always teammates. The few people outside are also frantically attracting the attention of the zombies. Pregnant with 9 months of Lockley also participated in the action, only to alleviate the pressure of the few people inside. Several people maintain the formation slowly deep inside. T-Dog picked up a shield aside and directly knocked the zombie down. Maggie immediately rushed up to fill the knife and then quickly ran back to the team. Such combat ability is their time on the run, between life and death, many times honed out. When they slowly went deeper inside, they found that there was a large group of zombies inside, and several people quickly hid, but they were still discovered by zombies wearing riot suits. Their defense, even Daryl's crossbow arrows, cannot penetrate. A few people in the hands of weapons simply cannot work. Now the only way to close the door. Rick quickly locked the door. Behind a few people are still struggling to support. Maggie soon found a way to kill the zombies from the neck easier. She looked excitedly at Glenn. The others rushed to follow suit. Easily solved the zombies. The last zombie was also taken out by Maggie. The yard zombies were also cleaned up by several people. Glenn wanted to let the group in, but Rick stopped him. The courtyard was not safe enough. They could not risk it. They had to clear out some cells. The cell aisle was much stronger than the outside. A few people came to the door. Daryl was responsible for opening the door. Rick was ready to kill the zombies, but with the iron door opened, it was surprisingly quiet inside except for some clutter, and he did not see zombies. Rick carefully came to the sentry post, where there are usually guards, and rushed up to take a look. The people inside had been killed. Rick found in his body cell keys. After opening the cell door, the place is also cluttered, but they did not see the figure of zombies. A few people checked all the rooms and found only 2 zombies were locked in the cell. They seemed to have been starved to death before life. After the zombies were cleaned up and thrown out of the cell, this is their habitat. After all, this place is safe enough. Rick let everyone rest here for the night, and tomorrow set out to find a restaurant and infirmary. Thankfully, although this place is dirty and messy, the room is very much, and there are mattresses and quilts. They have yet to remember how long has not slept in such a soft bed. Although it is in prison, Rick leaned against the wall. This time he was really too tired. Now finally can rest.